So we're looking at group 1, and as it stands today, you should understand that in terms of syllabus completion, it's reasonably done. I'll tell you what, now if this conversation is happening for 10 minutes, it's decent because it's worth investing 10 minutes for all of us to slightly enhance your preparation track or better write the exam from 2 to 5 p.m. right? No, this is the objective, this is not the objective, this is the objective. That's why we're having a conversation. Similarly, syllabus completion is not the objective. There's something called score improvement, right? This is why you're here. So, score improvement is the objective. For you to improve score, syllabus completion is only one of the methodologies. There are many more steps which have to be taken care of properly. A lot of students are not conscious about this fact. They're stuck in syllabus completion. This would not lead to score improvement directly. Okay. So, as we are talking from a team standpoint of view or individual standpoint, for this cycle, we are done. Syllabus completion is done for any subject whatsoever. Now, what should you focus? So, your exams are on 2nd, 4th, and 6th, right? So, it's a 1 week journey. So, you have a journey of 1 week where you prepare for, let's say, 60 hours at least, and you'll write an exam for 9 hours, right? Or let's say 10 hours, including the 15 minutes. So, 60 hours of preparation to make sure this 10 hours go right. So, what should be the focus? The first one is retention. Now, how do you enhance your retention? It's by revision, okay? So, revision will enhance your retention. So, when you flip through a repetition, revision, all of this, quickly doing it will enhance your retention. Now, what should you do with the retention on the day of the exam? So, the ultimate outcome of this is application. So, questions will check applications of concepts and facts. Okay, you have to apply both. So, before you do that, whatever you retain, again, whatever you study, whatever you complete cannot be applied. The limitation is only retention, right? Let's say there is a water bottle. Let me just tell you. Now, this is a water bottle. If you are keeping it in a continuous flow of tap, what is the capacity? This is the capacity, right? Not the tap's capacity. Now, syllabus completion is the tap here. So, that is no longer valid. Whatever you can retain, you can only serve so much. In exam, you can only give whatever you can hold in this. So you have to focus on this capacity, not the unlimited capacity of studying forever, sitting forever. You understand that, right? So this is what you have to enhance. You need to understand whatever is the capacity. I'm not saying this is it. It can be this. It can be expanded. But practically, it is already established based on how you have been doing things until this point. For you to enhance it, it's a lot of work. It's a lot of work which we'll look into the next stage. This is what we're looking at. So for you to apply what you retain, there are 2 ways. One is recall, the other one is recognize. Okay, so the application is driven through 2 things. When you see a question, how much are we able to recall from what you retain? You cannot recall from this. You can only retain from what you can. You can only recall from what you can retain. Recognize. MCQs. How much you can recognize depends on what you already retain, or sometimes even if you don't retain something, MCQs will help you to figure out an answer. Sometimes in the question paper you might find some cues which will help you to answer other questions. So this is a game of application driven through retention, recollection and recognition. So syllabus completion is largely done. You're not going to carry your books to the exam, obviously. You're not going to take your mentor to the exam. You have to do it. So now the game is you. So next 1 week, completely rely on yourself, trust yourself. Now the default should not be I cannot do. The default is I put in 1 month of conscious effort. This month has been great all throughout. Probably it's one of the best months in your entire life, right? The month of February, if you look at it as a whole, it's the most efficient and productive month. So when you think that something cannot be done, that is because you did not do something like this. That's why you cannot back yourself. When you already do something like this, you should definitely back yourself, right? You should definitely back that I did something which I never done before. So I'm going to get an output which I never had before. That should be the backup, that should be the default. The default is I'm going to do this somehow. So go with it and approach. If it does not happen, obviously you'll have to do the needful. If it does not happen, don't start with an assumption that it does not happen. If you start with that, it won't happen. Please understand this. Just because you think it will happen, it won't happen. But if you think it won't happen, it won't happen, even if it has a possibility of happening. So from here, I'll be leaving you in the next couple of minutes. But this isn't entirely, this is the framework which you should look at. Your books are done, completely done, dusted, over out. Completely it's a mind game. So everything should be coming into buckets, layers, standards, everything. So if you look at FR, you have to categorize it in terms of modules. Okay, module 1, module 2, module 3, module 4. Either this way, or standards, or sub buckets, asset based, liability based, or if you're talking about disclosure based, or presentation based. And then if you look at the macro chapters, business consolidation, business combination, consolidation, financial instruments, India's 115 as a special standard, or 116, this to give you 18 to 20 marks. So your mind, you have to constantly build blocks and buckets in your mind, or you can focus on easy pickings like chapter 16, 17. So you should constantly look at what is it from, what are the areas where I can pick up, like an eagle. There's a lot of fish on the stream. Focus, pick, move. Focus, pick, move. This is exactly how you have to understand. So the depth is irrelevant. As long as you can see the fish here, as long as you can swim, you can go deep and pick up. So what is easy may not be the only criteria. Whatever you can score, whatever can help you score is what you look at. Okay. So today you'll be writing an exam for 3 hours. This will tell you where you are. That 3 hours feedback in your mind should be used for the 3 hours you are using to make sure this 3 hours is on second. So you are using this to make sure you write it well, where you have a gap of 20 hours. Right? So it's a 24-hour journey before you go to the main exam. So this is exactly how we should focus on, and I'm expecting something significantly different in your answer sheet. Your answer sheet should speak about your attempts. It's the same answer sheet. Again, you'll get a feeling that I did not see this question, I forgot about this. All of this will be there, but you have to approach it differently, and I'm expecting a positive outcome. Okay, so once you know that one paper, let's say one particular paper is done and dusted, the level of confidence you get about the group is different. Once the group is done, you'll automatically see yourself as a chartered accountant. So for you, there are 5 papers to get here, right? Now one paper done, it's 20% work is done. So you should see that sense of completion. That is why we are putting in so much effort towards this first particular paper. And you'll see that it will automatically happen. Now I'm telling you what can happen. Now if you trust the process and you trust yourself, you can see this happening. Focus on what you know to score. Do not worry about what you don't know. That's why we're looking at 40, not 100. What you don't know is 60. What you know should be 40, right? Making sense? 100 is the game plan. I'm also agreeing with you. I don't know more. Okay, fine, don't know. So what you don't know is 60. What you know should be 40. Simple. And that also in a combination of multiple things. It could be between questions. It could be from MCQ. It could be from across chapters. So that 40 is not like very stringent about the first 5 chapters or the last 4 chapters. You're looking at 40 from all across, right? Across a period of 3 hours. Across a period of multiple standards, across a combination of MCQ and subjective. So it should be done no matter what. I want you to approach with this perspective, and if you think you cannot clear, you should not clear, ICA also thinks the same. If whatever you think, ICA tries to agree or disagree. So your thinking becomes very important. Right now, what you are having an inner conversation within yourself, that becomes very important, extremely important. So I think I'm expecting that change. Okay. So you can take a break now, come back around 1:15, so you'll have some 15 or 20 minutes of transition. So 1:45 to 5 is your exam. Okay, all the best.